like you're saying, like, I just love to like read these reviews. I love to watch the YouTube reviews, and it's like, yeah, I may or may not necessarily buy it, but man, I just love reading about gear. I love talking about gear, and I think that's what makes me, that's why I have been able to keep going in this like tech media landscape for so long. It's because like truly I do. I just love.
Hello everyone, how are you guys all doing? What you just heard on my phone is a Twitter space. So I've been sitting in on there doing some NFT talking. That's what it's like. We all just sit in a chat room and chat. Anyways, so some bad news, I guess. I had COVID. Oh, I need to tell you guys about the Antarctica trip because many of you are probably like, Sarah, why were you not in Antarctica with the rest of the crew? So what ended up happening with that was, while I was in California on that tour, I just started to get this really bad feeling about Antarctica, like just flying the whole journey to get there. It just seemed like just not good. I just wasn't feeling good about it, especially COVID was at the time was on the rise again, and you guys all know it's just chaos with the COVID stuff. So I actually ended up just listening to my body, and I talked to Nigel and I said, I don't feel good. This is my thoughts. And I ended up backing out. And that was definitely hard to swallow, but I felt pretty confident with my decision. Like my body was trying to tell me something. And then what ended up happening was the day I was supposed to fly, which was February 1st or February 2nd, I can't remember. I actually woke up with COVID. So I wouldn't even have been able to go in the first place. I would have got stuck somewhere in transit, or I wouldn't have been able to leave Canada. Anyways, it just would have been a gong show. And also what ended up happening, I'm sure many of you saw, was that Mads ended up testing positive. I think when he got to Santiago, he tested positive there, and he had to stay in Chile and isolate in his hotel for 7 days, and he missed the Antarctica trip. So yeah, a little bit of a bummer about this, kind of getting really tired of COVID taking away all the trips. And I believe further down the year, I'm supposed to go to New Zealand with Josh. We have 2 New Zealand tours, and I believe that those are also pulled, which is definitely hard to swallow. Anyways, kind of getting tired of the tours and COVID and them being canceling, because this is how I make my living, right? And I just want to get it back going again. And yeah, so anyways, that's what happened with Antarctica. So besides all that tour stuff, this video is about how much money I have made so far in the NFT world. I'm just going to tell you straight up the process of how I made the money and what I've made, and I guess my thoughts on it. I'm not going to tie up too much time in this video with talking about that, but I'll just be really blunt and honest about it, and hopefully it gives you guys an idea of what it looks like over there. So I joined in December. It was December 2021. I did mint a collection in December. It was my very first collection. It had 5 pieces in it. It was some of my self-portraits. That was just to test out the waters, see how it would work, see what I could do. And I actually was charging at that time, oh my gosh, I can't remember, was 0.20 ETH. Yeah, it was 0.20. So that collection actually ended up selling out, which was awesome. I have one collector that bought multiple pieces from there actually, which was really awesome. And once that collection sold out, I released a second collection. These 2 collections were called Dear Dreamer. So I released a second one, which had 6 pieces in it. And I actually raised the price to 0.50 ETH. So I increased it. And that collection also sold out. So very, very fortunate. Within about a month that I had 2 collections sell out. And since then I have released 2 other collections. One of them is my yellow dress journey. We'll basically call it that. I have actually increased the price of that collection quite a bit to 1.5 ETH, because the yellow dress, I am definitely taking that very far, and it's becoming like my brand over there in a way. So I'm definitely, taking the time with that to really figure out pricing, because I can't be pumping out too much of the yellow dress content. I want it to be, very small amounts over there in the NFT world. So that is, I haven't sold anything from that yet, because I believe because I did do a big price increase, and it just takes time. When you're selling items for a bit more, it definitely takes time to sell them. I also have started to sell some of my landscapes. I've released one like winter collection, and I priced those actually lower. So I priced those at 0.25 ETH, and I've sold 2 so far out of my collection. And that's been about it. I haven't actually sold anything for about 2 weeks. So I'm just kind of waiting for some of the newer platforms to start onboarding more people, because I have a couple that I have my eye on where I want to start selling my work. If those don't start, picking up, then I will go back to the original platforms, which is OpenSea and Foundation. Those are the most common ones in the NFT world, and I might release another collection there. So those were the collections that I sold, and all total, what I've made profit has been between $10,000 to $12,000. Within that money, I've actually made more, but I've had to pay like my minting expenses. So this is profit that I've made, was $10,000 to $12,000, depending on the price of ETH. So I did make more, but I have purchased some of my own NFTs, like I've bought from other people. So I have my own NFT collection that I've started. And then I also had to pay like my minting fees, the gas fees, all of those sorts of things. So not bad for a month and a half. And that's pretty much like what it looks like over there. Not everybody has that sort of success right away. Usually in the beginning, you do sell some pieces, I notice, especially with beginners, because the prices are lower, people are more likely to help. But long term, you're not going to be making sales like that all the time. You really have to be patient and let it grow. And you're at like the mercy of ETH, right? And how it fluctuates, and how crypto, the market fluctuates, and NFTs fluctuate. Everything is just changing right now so much. And it's very new to many of us. So we all just kind of have to be patient and keep putting into it and keep building into it as NFTs and Web3 continue to start to grow. I'm definitely confident in the world of NFTs. Like, there's way too many people, big companies, just things that are onboarded into the NFT world that's like, if this does not have a future, these people would not be here. So definitely some confidence in who's being onboarded and where people are spending their money. I feel very confident about the future of NFTs. How did I sell them? Like, who did I sell them to? So a couple of the NFTs that I sold were to, I'm going to say friends, but they didn't buy just because they were trying to help me out. They definitely have a vision for the future. Like, they're going to flip what they've bought from me. And I was totally on board with that. I want to help them out, help them make some money on secondary sales, and it helps me overall raise my floor with my floor price, which basically is kind of like your value and what you are. So very grateful to some of my friends for buying some pieces off of me. And then I had a few collectors from the Meta Jungle team who also bought from me, and I'm very grateful to them for that. Meta Jungle is actually somewhere where I'm starting to do like some work with them. So I host some spaces with them. Just definitely try to, have a relationship with them to help onboard new photographers, because it's very good for beginner photographers in Meta Jungle. And just keeping a relationship with them, because I think that will help. Well, it helps them because they have more photographers to help, lead and onboard people, and then it helps me grow as well, and hopefully puts my name out to more of a collector's base. The amount of money that I've made, that is in Canadian dollars. I have, how I've been paying myself from it is, my tactic right now is to take half and leave half in. So I have paid myself, which was quite nice because I've been putting a lot of work into this. And then I leave the rest in there to just invest and grow and use it for, if I need to buy NFTs, mint more NFTs. It's just good to have an amount of ETH available if you need something. However, if I need to pay myself from the remainder half, I will definitely. And now that I'm in this NFT journey, I am now getting more into crypto and investing and learning more about that, because I think they go hand in hand, and you should probably start learning about crypto if you want to be in NFTs. So it's kind of changing me as an investor as well, and it's making me become a collector as well, because I collect NFTs now. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, that's what it looks like when you sell NFTs. You can you can make money over there. You can make little amounts of money, you can make large amounts of money. It's all going to be in proportion of how much work that you put in, but it's definitely real, and it definitely translates into real cash. So the next video, again, I want to try and get outside and just teach you guys some photography. Maybe I'll do like one photography video, and then the next week I'll do NFTs. I don't know. I'll bounce it around somehow like that, but I'm itching to get out to photograph, to film it, and to show you guys what I'm doing, what I've been up to here in the Rockies. Finally, it's starting to get warm enough, so it's much more easier for me to go out there. I do have I know I said that New Zealand has been canceled, but I have launched a Scotland tour, actually, which is really, really exciting. I'm doing that with Fiona Campbell. It is in November, and we have 6 spots left now, which is cool. We've already sold 2 spots, so I'm really, really looking forward to that. If you guys are interested in coming to Scotland, just send me a message. All the links to all of it will be down in the description, but to avoid any like booking fees, just reach out to me. Ask me the questions and we can register you directly through there. It would be super fun to have any of you come on board and come do Scotland with us. We do landscape photography, and but we also teach the environmental portraits. So there you get to do a bit of everything, which is super cool. Anyways, as always, I'm going to share just some random images with you guys at the end of this video, like always. Today is actually Valentine's Day, so I'll share with you the Valentine's Day shot that I took in a red dress, not a yellow dress. Anyways, please subscribe, like this video, and thank you for watching. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!